Hello, everyone. I'm back. And I want to say hi to Library. That's a cute name. Um, I have a message from a new group who actually came in just a few days ago. And yeah, I talked to Source. I always connect in my meditation. First thing I do after I ground center and I surround myself with light is I call in my divine source first, and I talk to divine source, ask, do you have any messages for me? And I communicate. And it wasn't very long before they said, you are getting new guides. And it's funny. I already knew I was a part of this group. They're called the Council of One, but it doesn't mean one person. It's unity, it's Christ consciousness, it's the one. So it's lots and lots of members of this group, probably the biggest group there is. So don't let the one be misleading. Ascended masters, archangels, angels, galactic beings. I mean, it has just a tremendous amount of people on Earth working through the Council of One. And, not just one council, you work with many, but this particular one I knew from more than a year ago that I was part of it. And all of a sudden now I have them as my guides coming through. And so I do have a few messages for them, but just so you know, this is one of the more flowery messages I got because they are very technical. I woke up hearing the day that I got these new guides, I woke up hearing Newton's law of Newton's law of something, the law of physics, Newton's law of physics. And I'm going, what? What are they talking about? I'm having this full-on conversation with this group as I'm waking up, and I'm hearing myself answer back and have this communication. Of course, now this isn't even in the dream state. This is an actual conversation I'm having with my guides. This happens a lot for me. As I'm waking up, I get the inside scoop of, oh, I'm saying all this, and I get into that. It's almost like a trance-like state when you're asleep and you commune with all your guides and angels. Of course, you do astral travel and whatnot. But so anyway, uh, Teresa, I'm glad you're here. Hi, Micah Goddess and Laura and Lightberry. You guys rock. Because it's always better to have people in the chat. Now, as I was saying, they're very technical. This is the first message they gave that was not as technical. I think they're warming me up for that. The rest I've gotten about 3 or 4. Well, every day I've gotten messages for myself, but they're very specific and directive. But not to make this a long story, I'll just get right to the channeled information. And I'll talk at the end about some of these crazy things that have been happening. I mean, they aren't crazy, they're happening to everyone. Just so you know, you're not alone out there if you have some of these things happening. And it's because you're shifting into these higher frequencies. So we're going to start this Council of One transmission, begin transmission. We, the Council of One, are here to share this message with humanity. Today is the beginning of what we will term New Earth. You may look around you and say to yourselves, where is this new Earth? You have only to look with your height and frequency to know that the shift has begun. The outdated paradigm of this earth system is gone. Look to your inner knowing, your higher self, the soul, to understand what is coming is a new dimensional plane of existence for New Earth, and it has begun. We tell you that this new Earth will not appear as a sudden transformation, but rather as a steady unveiling of higher consciousness. It begins within you, beloved ones. It begins with your choices, your thoughts, your intentions, and your ability to align with love, compassion, and unity. The new earth is not simply a physical realm, it is a vibration, a state of being, a co creation among all souls who choose to ascend into this frequency. What will it look like? You will notice subtle yet profound changes. Systems of control and fear will dissolve as they are no longer supported by the collective energy. Communities will begin to gather in harmony, rooted in service to one another and the planet. Innovation and creativity will thrive, guided by the divine wisdom of the higher self. The earth itself will respond, its waters, sky, and lands reflecting the purity of this elevated frequency. On an individual level, you may feel a deep sense of peace and purpose, an alignment with your soul's true path. Relationships will shift as those who resonate with love will naturally find one another. Time will feel different, more fluid. As you become aware of your multidimensional nature, you will see the eyes of the soul perceiving the interconnectedness of all life. And yet we remind you, this is a process. There will still be those who resist this change, holding on to the remnants of the old paradigm. They too are loved and supported, for all paths are honored in this great unfolding. Your role is not to convince or change others, but to anchor the light of the new earth within yourselves. Be the example, be the calm in the storm, be the beacon of the new frequency. Know that you are supported by countless beings across the galaxies, by your higher selves, and by the source itself. You are not alone in this transition. This guidance is within you, and the signs are all around you. Trust the process, for you are exactly where you are meant to be. This is the dawn of a magnificent chapter for humanity. Step forward with courage, love, and faith, for you are co-creators of this new earth. End of transmission from the Council of One. So the rest of their messages I've been getting are quite interesting, and I'll be adding those on as I can. And I want to say hi to everyone in the chat again. Thank you so much for being here. It always feels good when you're here sharing this message live. So, Light Prairie, thank you for being here. Teresa, Laura, Micah Goddess, Shaw Women, I appreciate it. And, a little bit about the crazy things. I heard I was getting this new guide, all this new stuff was happening in my meditations where I was having these activations. And I came just the other day, I walked from doing a show and I'm going back into my meditation room, which I have a chair in there. I sit in that chair, and above the chair it looked like a phoenix, but it was in black and white. But I saw it like I'd see a bird outside very clearly in my room, flying in a circle above my chair, this beautiful bird flying. And I looked at it, it looked at me, and it kept flying, and it flew there for about 3 or 4 more rounds or up above in the air. And then it slowly dissolved as it's still flying. I mean, that was a very interesting experience. Plus, I wanted to share another interesting thing that I have not had happen quite the same way. Next to my meditation chair is a table, and I always have my pen on the table. And that morning I got my new guides, I was kinda hem-hawing around looking at funny videos, I like to watch those animal videos, and all of a sudden I hear my pen is rolling like this, making a lot of noise, rolling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I go, "Oh, okay." I'm looking over, and it's not just that I heard it, I looked over and watched it roll all by itself, and I go, "I guess my guides want me to meditate now and stop fooling around." So, I put everything away, and that's when this all unfolded, so I thought that was really interesting that they got my attention quite easily. So, I just thought that was an interesting story. But anyway, I'm gonna be going from here to dragonfly crystals, and I'm gonna add, something in there, a little bit of tips, spiritual tips. So, I hope you guys hi, Amanda. Hi, Carolyn. Um, I hope you guys can join me. It'll probably be in, like, another half an hour. It might be really late where you guys are. Oh, super sticker, Laura. Thank you. Aw, thank you, Laura. That's really sweet of you. I appreciate that. Folks, I just got monetized, and, while I won't have memberships on here, I'm gonna have memberships. I already do actually have memberships on my Dragonfly Crystals website, dragonflycrystals.store. So anyone can join that community. There's 2 different levels, and you get a live Zoom with me, once, uh, a month if you're in the, 1st tier, and 2 times a month if you're in the top tier, and I answer all your questions and read for you, channel for you, and, plus it's so sweet, this community of people, of great souls. I enjoy it so much. I get so much out of it, I can't even tell you. So I hope some of you might consider joining that, and see if you like it. It is, pretty worthwhile, I think. The energy builds up in that group, in that Zoom group, and you can just feel it. It just feels beautiful. So, that's all I've got, Laura. Thank you for that super sticker. It made my day since this is my first, live since monetizing. So I appreciate that. And, catch me on Dragonfly Crystals in a little while, and see what I've got in store for the new, spiritual tips. We'll s we'll see how that goes, but, it's something I've been thinking about doing, so thank you all for being here. You guys, you rock, and I love you so much, and, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.